I never thought the life I had built would collapse so suddenly or hurt so deeply. For years, I believed our marriage was unshakable, that no trial could break the bond one thought we shared. My wife, the person I had trusted with my heart, my secrets, and my dreams, destroyed that belief one quiet evening with words I wasn't prepared to hear. She had been unfaithful. At first, denial washed over me. I looked at her, searching for remorse, for a flicker of guilt, for some sign that this was a fleeting mistake she regretted. But instead of remorse, I was met with cold indifference. "You should be more open-minded," she said, as if her betrayal were trivial, as if I should shrug and move on. Those words echoed relentlessly in my mind, a cruel reminder of how little I mattered. The sting of her betrayal was bad enough, but her audacity to treat it as acceptable broke me in ways I never imagined. The person I loved had transformed into someone unrecognizable, someone demanding I tolerate disrespect. I felt crushed, as if the pieces of me that trusted and believed had been scattered beyond repair. Yet, amid the devastation, clarity began to emerge. Maybe it was anger, maybe instinct, but I realized I couldn't stay the same person she had taken for granted. If she wanted freedom, if she assumed I'd silently accept her deceit, then it was time for me to reclaim control of my life, to show her I wouldn't be toyed with. One person kept crossing my mind, Clara, my wife's sister. Our interactions had always been distant, strained by a complicated history between the sisters. They barely spoke, their interactions tinged with resentment and unspoken grudges. I had often felt caught in the middle, unable to bridge the gap. Yet Clara had always struck me as different, honest, unpretentious, genuine. And over time, subtle signs hinted that her interest in me went beyond politeness. A family trip forced the three of us together for several days. From the moment we arrived, the tension between the sisters was palpable. Every exchange was sharp, every glance icy. But with Clara, I felt an unexpected ease. While my wife withdrew into cold silence, Clara was warm, attentive, and surprisingly open. One evening, after a day full of sightseeing, my wife retreated early, exhausted and emotionally distant. Clara and I remained in the softly lit living room, sipping wine, the air thick with the soft strains of jazz. At first, our conversation was light. Childhood memories, family dramas, shared frustrations, and the confusion and heartbreak I was still processing. Gradually the tone shifted. Silences stretched between us, charged with unspoken emotion. When our eyes met, the spark was undeniable, intense, and dangerous. I knew I was venturing into forbidden territory. Clara was my wife's sister, yet the pain I had endured made me crave connection, understanding, and validation. When I leaned closer, she didn't resist. That night, curiosity and attraction became something more, a messy, complicated, undeniable bond. The fallout was immediate. My wife's reaction was a storm of shock, anger, jealousy, and disbelief. For years, she had held the upper hand over Clara, and suddenly the tables had turned. We had to navigate our secret relationship carefully, aware of the explosive consequences if anyone discovered the truth. But with each stolen moment, I felt alive in a way I hadn't for months. By the end of the trip, the sisters' relationship had fractured irreparably, the household tense with broken trust and lingering resentment. But for me, something had shifted. Amid the chaos and guilt, I had found a sense of freedom, empowerment, and even love. I don't claim to have all the answers, and I won't pretend that my choices were simple or easy. But after betrayal and cold indifference, forming a connection with Clara was my way of reclaiming agency over my life. It was raw, messy, and painful, but it was also real. Sometimes the only way to heal and regain control is to defy expectations, challenge the norms, and take the path no one anticipated. That's exactly what I did.